Okay, let's start the video. And last night, Mega Million was Powerball was a good draw, and it was a bad draw for the Mega Million also. But why was it a good draw for Powerball? Let's look at the Powerball. And I think one of the game, New York won that game. Finally, New York won that game. So I didn't post these up this week, so I'll be posting how good the Dster X system is, combining of Dsters, so you can hit the jackpot. So, but before we get started, you can email me for any illustration, Dster system part 1 to part 18, and Invincible number system. You can donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. And you can email me for any game prediction at hyper_links@yahoo.com. And also follow my illustrations. And for those of you who have the list. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. And thanks for sending me those winning tickets. And you hit couple of numbers in couple lines, 3 numbers in multiple lines. And imagine 4 numbers were hit in a couple of lines. So you multiply that by 350. So each line is 350. If you hit 4 lines with 350, that's over $1,000. So imagine that happening. So that's why you follow the matrix, follow the Dster, and you're trying to find the trio. If you find a trio, you guarantee that set of numbers, and all you need to do is find the 4th, 5th, and 6th number for Mega Million and Powerball. And you have either 3 numbers, 4 numbers, 5 numbers, or 6 numbers. Now, we'll be using the Dster X system. And this week is 15. So as of now, it's as of 17. So as of 17, because I didn't post it up, now I'm gonna post it up and review the result for the draw for the Mega Million and Powerball using a Dster X system. Remember, Dster X system is different because we're combining multiple Dster into one. The best quadrant from each Dster will be used to form a Dster. So for now, I'm going to remove the blue box for 1 second, show you the key factor in the Dster X system. And on the first, Dster X system will be showing the winning combination for the numbers, but the quadrant that hit. So for Dster X system, I'm going to review quadrant 1 and quadrant 3, 3, 8, 2, 9, in the box. And for the second quadrant, we have 7, 4, 3, 6, 1. And for the third quadrant, for the third line, or quadrant 3, we have 7, 7, 7, 3, 5. You know that too much 7, that section will not be used to create 4 winning numbers. 77, 74, 73. So it helps by omitting those sections out because it will not hit any winning numbers. Now, 2, since I'm combining quadrant, I'm combining the multiple Dsters. These X system will revolve around 4 Dsters because each quadrant will come from each Dsters, each number from each Dsters. So using 4 Dster to form the Dster system. Picking the best quadrant from each of the 4 Dsters. 8, 9, 0. So again, I will have to delete this because 5 would be right here. So so far I'm using 2 different quadrants for my winning combinations for last night's Powerball, because last night's Powerball only revolved around 2 quadrants. So this is quadrant 1 and quadrant 3 using Dster system. We'll be moving the y-axis and there's no extra digit in the front because I'm not using that quadrant from any of the Dsters. So none of these will have that. So that's how it works. You can put you can put it in any of the box of the quadrant you want for each of those Dsters. So you can pick 4 quadrant 4, pick 4 quadrant 3, pick 4 quadrant 2, or pick 4 quadrant 1 from each of the Dsters. So you can see those came from quadrant 4. So I'm using 2 quadrant 4 numbers. I'm using 2 quadrant 4 numbers from 2 different Dsters to form the Dster system on quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. I'm not going to reveal the right side of the quadrant from the Dster system. But for those of you who got the list, you know which numbers are. So forming the Dster system, I create the 2 quadrants, top quadrant, bottom quadrant came from the Dster axis, from the 2 different Dsters. And for Dster system to work, you got to find 4 Dsters, and you cannot add extra digit over here if there's no extra digit in the front. So if you're using quadrant, for example, quadrant 3, from all 4 of those Dsters, you will have an extra digit over here in the front. And you cannot put that digit, you try to put that digit in the front right quadrant 1 and quadrant 3 first before you put it in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4, because then you will have to add the blue box to cover that empty spot. So if you put if you decide to choose 2 quadrant 3s, then you have to put it on this side first, because then you don't have to add the blue box over there. Now, since I've used quadrant 4s 2 times or even more than 2 times, because if you use quadrant 4 more than once, and you need to use the right side of the quadrant to put quadrant 4 numbers, then you put it on the right side of the quadrant 4, or you can put it on the left side. But for instance, if this is a quadrant 4 from another Dster, you must place the quadrant 4 over here first before using the other quadrants. That's how it works. Now, since I'm using multiple quadrant 4 numbers, for example, I'm using 4 quadrant 4 numbers, then I have no choice but to use the other 2 quadrants for the quadrant 4 numbers, left side quadrant and the right side quadrants. Therefore, I have to use the blue box to cover that empty spot of the quadrant 4. So using the quadrant 4 numbers, these 2 boxes are not random numbers. It came from the breakdown, digit 0 and digit 5, no making it up. So for those of you got the list, you know what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about the winning numbers. 916. So the winning number for 916 are 10, 17, 31, 51, 53, and 01. So as you can see what the winning combinations are, and these are the winning number drawn. Now you can see after doing the winning combination, I'm not going to review the right side because the right side has no winning combinations. Only the left side had the winning combinations. And 17 wasn't in the quadrant, to be honest, not even in the blue box. So Now, since 17 isn't in the blue box, you can only have 5 winning numbers. Now, 10 is in the top quadrant, quadrant 1, 17, 79 in the Dster, 31, quadrant 1 and quadrant 3, 51 also quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. So there we go. 53 quadrant 3. So digit 5 was used twice, digit 3 was used twice, digit 1 was used 3 times, digit 0 was used once. And then 01 was in quadrant 1. So again, why is it so good? Because 4 digit was used to perform 5 winning combination. 4 digit was used to form 5 winning combination. I can see the exact system for last night's Powerball, and we know that this section wasn't used. 74, 73, 77, 78, 79, 76. So a lot of number was eliminated, and you got no option. Either you use the top numbers or the bottom numbers, 27, 47, 37, 48, or this section of the blue box. And again, this section of the box had drawn all winning combinations. So for those of you who got a list, 4 digit was used in creating a winning combination. And the hot coordinates are this digit 0, F1. I've got to move the coordinates, so F1, 1, F2, E3, F3, those are hard coordinates. And again, F2 is the hardest coordinate. Even though I say hard coordinates, I meant to say hardest coordinate. So there we go. So if you like the video, please do subscribe, donate, and share, and like my video. And I will review the winning numbers after Friday and Saturday's draw. If you want the breakdown of the game, you can email me for that. Also, please do email me. I'll send you the list. _links at yahoo.com.